The Sustainable Development Goals are a United Nations initiative to change the world.
This month, the United Nations finalized the language of its Sustainable Development Goals, which define how UN member states will be expected to frame their agendas and political policies over the next 15 years. The goals include ending poverty, reducing inequality, empowering women and girls, but pro-life groups say they will also promote abortion.
The UN has included, once again, a focus on sexual and reproductive health and reproductive rights, which are euphemisms many times for abortion. So the United Nations has been in the abortion business for over 20 years already. This is not something new. But undoubtedly these goals will renew the push to promote abortion throughout the world.
Though the development goals themselves are not enforceable and can't dictate what policies a country should adopt, Stefano says there are many ways countries receiving aid could be pressured by donor countries that support abortion.
This is something very troubling because we know that for many donor countries, abortion is a top priority. Making abortion accessible is a top priority. This would be done in a very diplomatic way, of course. It would not be something so stated very bluntly, but where countries would be made to understand that unless they make abortion legal or unless they made it more widely available by investing more money in groups that provide abortion and making it more accessible to in more regions and things like that, then they would be receiving less aid. This is an agenda that is very visible and that is more influential than any other previous UN agreement. In the new Sustainable Development Goals, there are now 2 goals that include targets that reference sexual and reproductive health and reproductive rights. And these, in the UN, anyone who works at the UN knows that these terms are euphemisms for abortion. I mean, already the UN has been promoting abortion. Already UN agencies have been including abortion in their policies. But because of the scope, magnitude, and influence of this agenda, there's potentially much more harm that can come out of this than other previous UN initiatives.
The development goals are set to be formally adopted by the General Assembly in September, possibly close to Pope Francis' address to the Assembly on September 25th.
The Holy See really has a very strong moral voice here at the UN, making a reservation that has a broader focus. In this sense, we do hope that the Holy See, and perhaps even the Holy Father when he addresses world leaders at the General Assembly, that he will make again a strong denunciation of this evil that is really ravaging our world, and many times in a very hidden way, in a way that most of the general public isn't even aware of.
Reporting for Currents, I'm Konrad Aderer.